Hello everybody, Crypto Chaperone here, and today I'm going to take a quick look at the markets. I'm going to do just a quick little video for you guys since I haven't made one for the past couple days since it was over the holiday. And I'm also going to be showing you guys how you could potentially sign up for a card that you can use to convert your cryptocurrencies to everyday payment options. If you go out and you want an oil change, if you go out and you buy groceries, or maybe you go on vacation and just want to spend some of your cryptocurrencies while you're gone instead of spending actual cash, maybe that's how you're going to spend your profits. So I'm going to show you guys what I just signed up for. I saw a lot of other people talking about it recently, and I know it's been around for a little bit. So I'll show you guys what it is and how you guys can get into it. But first, I'm going to take a quick look at the markets. I know over the past couple days I haven't been around, but there was a dramatic dip. Over the past couple days, it dropped down. The cryptocurrency markets dropped like 20-30%. And I did come out with a video right after that, and I had my live stream of my Ledger Nano S giveaway. I did get that sent out, so congratulations Angelina for winning that. I will be doing another Ledger Nano S giveaway within the next upcoming month, and I'm probably also going to be doing some cryptocurrency giveaways of some whole cryptocurrencies and some fractional cryptocurrencies based on however much they cost. So if you guys want to take advantage of getting some different cryptocurrencies and learning about some other cryptocurrencies, I think as I start to, maybe I'll do like every week I'll do a cryptocurrency and teach you guys about it, and then I'll give out a few like on the next video to people who commented on that video or something like that. So it'll be a way for you to learn more about new cryptocurrencies and possibly get your hands on new cryptocurrencies just for paying attention to it. So we're going to take a look at the markets now. As you can see, Bitcoin is currently down 2.64%. It's sitting at about $15,720. Over the past 24 hours, we did have a major Bitcoin rally. We had Bitcoin going up to about 16,000, I think about $400. And on Korean exchanges, Bitcoin was up over $20,000. So you had a lot of arbitrage situations going on where if you are able to get onto a Korean exchange and a US exchange, you would have been able to buy and sell your Bitcoin for definitely a higher price on the Korean exchange. I think it was sitting 20 to 30% higher. So as that continues, there are going to be more blocks, more or less, for investors who can access both of these. So they're going to be blocking out, they're going to be strictly isolating Korean investors in Korean markets and everybody else in the other markets. So arbitrage situations are going to be becoming scarce as time goes on. So if you are taking advantage of that, you might want to take advantage of it as much as you can while you can take advantage of it. Other than that, we had a massive market pullback, more or less, and everybody was trying to move their currencies over to Bitcoin because of the Bitcoin surge that was going on. Bitcoin dominance went up a little bit, not too much, but I think that was more or less because you have a few forks that are happened and being talked about. I wasn't really aware of these forks. They kind of just came out of nowhere. We had the SegWit 2X hard fork came back out of nowhere, and it was actually kind of revamped by people who were not even initially a part of it. And we have a Bitcoin God hard fork, which happened I think earlier today, potentially. So a lot of people might have been moving in their cryptocurrencies. They might have been transferring out their alts into Bitcoin or whatnot to take advantage of this hard fork again, because you have a lot of new money that's coming in, and they've heard about all these forks and everything that's gone on. As you've seen, Litecoin is a fork of Bitcoin, which happened a while ago. You also have Bitcoin Cash, Bitcoin Gold, Bitcoin Diamond. Those were all Bitcoin forks that happened just within this year. And if you would have just held Bitcoin, you could have gotten, for Bitcoin Cash, sitting at $2,800 right now. You have Bitcoin Gold, I think, is sitting around $300, probably around like $280 or something like that. It did rocket up and then come back down some. And I think Bitcoin Diamond was sitting around $60, $70 as well yesterday, so it's probably also came back a little bit as well. But if you would have just held Bitcoin, you would have had the opportunity to get all of these cryptocurrencies. And as more and more people get into cryptocurrencies, they learn what hard forking is and the outcomes of it. They're going to want to take advantage of these hard forking situations. It really doesn't matter if these hard forks have any sort of developments or anything behind them. Like you had the 2X fork, which got caught off earlier this year because there was just so many people in the community that were against it. And so they just called it off. And, if you have more investors and people who are getting into this space and don't really understand that, the 2x fork was necessarily a bad thing that could have happened to crypto or to Bitcoin, they're going to just try to take advantage of getting the split currency in general. So you might have people who are just getting into this space and they might be propelling the idea to have the hard forks in general, just so they can take advantage. They think that these currencies are going to go up exponential amounts of whatever they get it from when the hard fork initially happens. If you saw Bitcoin Cash was trading, I think it was like $300 or $400 when it initially hard forked, and then it went up, and then it dropped down to like in the 1 and 200s, and it was trading around for a little bit, and then it rocketed back up and just had a massive rise. And a lot of that also had to do with getting listed on Coinbase. I think it was like around $1,300-$1,200, and then you started hearing all this Coinbase, all these rumors about Coinbase, and then it started ramping up 25 and 30% over a couple days. And you have things like that that are just going to really affect Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies over the long term, because people don't really know what they're doing. They're going to just kind of follow the news. As I talked about, news is profit. So if you do hold potentially an altcoin and something massive is going to happen to Bitcoin or Ethereum or something like that, don't be surprised if your altcoin starts to see a drop, because people are going to try to take advantage of whatever's happening in the alternate worlds. Likewise, if you hold Bitcoin, how we saw it go up to 20,000, and then all of a sudden these Litecoin or the alternate currencies just started having all this news and developments, and everybody started looking at them, like Litecoin, how it shot up from, over a very short time, it was down in the $70-$80 range and went up to over $350. So you have so much money going around, and people aren't really paying attention to what they're buying. They're just buying into it because, this isn't the stock market. If you've ever bought into stocks, you were happy with a 10% gain over a year. And today, people just want that instant gratification, and they're not happy unless they have a 20-30% gain in a day. And if you see a cryptocurrency, like look at Ripple right now, is up 18%, you're going to see a lot of people that are going to just jump on that green bandwagon of 18% that it's gone up today, and they're going to think that they're going to be jumping into something great and it's going to go up to, $2 or $3, when potentially they could be buying it at an all-time high. If you've been paying attention to the markets lately, there was a currency, we'll get it up, Icon, really had a big surge over the past couple days. So we'll look at the 1 week chart. It went from $2.62. I mean, even if you would have got it at the beginning of the week, you could have got it for under $2, but it shot up to a high of over $7, depending where you got it at. Maybe it was just in the high sixes, but I definitely saw it go up over over here. So yeah, it shot up over $7. And a lot of people, over 1 week, you just made potentially 350% of your initial investment. And, once people start looking at this chart and they look at it and go, okay, it went up over 3 times in a week, there's no reason why it can't go up 3 more times. I'm going to buy into it now because they don't want to miss out on this. And you have kind of just the fear of missing out, the FOMO situation that goes on. You have the same situation that happened with Verge. Now, Verge has also seen a massive pullback down to 17 cents. If we take a look at its 1 week chart, Verge was sitting up at, it was very close to 30 cents. It might have even hit 30 cents, but okay, we got 29.98, so I'm assuming it hit 30 cents. Some people bought it 30 cents, obviously, because you have exchanges that trade at different prices and all that. So if you bought it 30 cents, you're almost down 50% of what you initially invested in. So you don't want to jump on these trains and all of these cryptocurrencies just because they're going up. But then on the other end of it, you look down here, and if you would have looked at Verge any time before it hit a penny, and or not a penny down there, but over the past month, actually, that was 9 cents. I'm just not used to Verge being over a penny, since it was down at, 50 and 60 Satoshis for its entire existence. But just this whole chart, you could have been watching this and saying, okay, I don't know if I want to buy in, 21 cents, is it going to go higher? And, the next day you wake up, and this is exactly what was happening to me. I was waking up the next day, and I was going, oh my, Verge is up another, I was looking at it when it was down to like 2 and 3 cents, and it was going up 3 cents. The next day I'd wake up, it was at 6 cents. The next day I'd wake up, it was at 10 cents. And you just look at the token supply and all that, and if you've been around cryptocurrencies for a while, that's kind of something that sticks out to you, especially having over 1 billion tokens, let alone 16.5 billion max supply, and it's got 14 billion tokens in existence at the moment. So that is a high supply, and for a cryptocurrency to just start rocketing off that has that high of a supply, you never know when you're going to see that dramatic dump. And especially when people were making 10, 20, 30, 40 times their money as this chart is going up, and you might have only had $5,000 or $10,000 invested in it, just randomly sitting there, and now all of a sudden it's worth $200,000, $300,000, $400,000. Depending on when you looked at your portfolio, you're definitely going to want to sell or take advantage of your profits and move into a different cryptocurrency. Or a lot of people are starting to look at Bitcoin, Ethereum, Dash, Ripple, all these coins that are in the top 10 more or less. And these are the coins that are going to start to see a lot of volume as more and more, I'm going to call it ignorant money comes into this space, because a lot of people don't do their research. They want to jump in here and they want to just take advantage of all these massively growing markets, and they're going to get stuck holding a lot of these markets as they drop too. And as I talked about, I think that's why we saw the massive pullback in our market after we hit about $654 billion. We had a massive pullback down into the 400 billions and maybe even a little less than 400 billion. And it was just a massive pullback in cryptocurrencies. And I think that was more or less to shake the newcomers' money that was coming in, because you had people who, from Thanksgiving until, the third week of December, more or less, cryptocurrency markets were growing exponentially. And you had people who maybe they put in, based on their initial investment capital that they were investing. Say you were investing $1,000 total. Maybe on Thanksgiving or right around that week, they put in $100 and it multiplied by 2 in Bitcoin or 3. And they went, wow, I'm going to put more in. So they put in another $200. So they're $300 into the market, and it keeps going up. And they go, wow, I'm going to put in more. So they put in $500 more. And initially, then they put in another $200, and they're up to $1,000 invested. The markets are doing great. They've invested in Bitcoin from the point where it was $6,000 and $7,000 up into the point where it was $18,000 and $19,000. But they put in more of their initial funds when it was higher in price. They put in their $500 in their last $200 investment to close their $1,000 capital, possibly at $17,000 and $19,000 when Bitcoin hit that. And now you have this massive pullback, and all of their profits are starting to drain, and they're starting to worry. They don't know what's going on. They don't know if, all you hear if you're looking at cryptocurrencies is bubble, bubble, bubble. And if you're somebody from the outside looking in, you're completely ignorant on this, and you see these start to drop, you're going to think the worst case scenario is a bubble popping, and all of these are pulling out. You're someone that got stuck with it. If you're not knowledgeable about what's going on, if you haven't been exposed to this volatility in these markets before, your instinct is to sell. You're gonna try to get out and take as much profit as you can, or even pull out as much of your capital as you can if you've lost all your profit in these drops. And that's what it is trying to, more or less, these whales and these coordinated dumps are trying to do, is to try to shake your money out of your hands. Because these cryptocurrencies right now, compared to where they're going to be in, a year or so, this is very minuscule. And these profits that you could be potentially making if you just, would not even look at your portfolio and just hold on to them, or if you would set small notification gains, maybe 20, 30%, or maybe if you have a cryptocurrency that you think is going to go off, like NEM, Ripple, anything like that, maybe you think it's going to go up 2 or 3 times. So even set a notification for that, your 200 or 300% gains. And if it hits that, be happy with what you got and pull out, and potentially just sit on Bitcoin or sit on, I would not recommend sitting on US dollar tether, but I am a gambler. So sometimes, 2 times in my life, I've moved into US dollar tether. I just feel like the time that I move into US dollar tether again is going to be that time that it completely collapses, and I'm going to get stuck holding a completely worthless token. So you definitely want to be treading lightly on the US dollar tether situation that is going on. So now that is going to lead me into something that I actually recently got into. I see a lot of people talking about these shift cards, more or less. Now, a shift card, you connect it to your Coinbase account, and you can use funds in your Coinbase account to pay for everyday things. Now, this card is paid for, or not paid for, but like sponsored or done through Visa, more or less. So anywhere that accepts Visa cards, you can pay with your cryptocurrencies through. And this is done by Shift, is more or less the middleman in this. So you're not really, if you go out to Walmart or Target, because I hate Walmart, so I don't go there. So if you go to Target, you know, and I go out and I buy my son, you know, 20 Hot Wheels cars for 20 bucks, and I could pay with this card. Now, initially, maybe I have $100 in cryptocurrencies in my Coinbase account, and I pay with this card. It is going to transfer $100 in your Bitcoin or whatever you have to direct cash. Shift is going to give them cash, and they're going to take your cryptocurrencies, and the payment is going to go through instantly. It's pretty cool, and I'm definitely going to make a video about me using the card when I get it. It takes about 5 to 10 days, it says, from when you get the whole Shift card set up. To set it up, all you have to do is visit shiftpayments.com/card. You connect your Coinbase account. If you don't have a Coinbase account, I did make a video of how to do a Coinbase. I didn't really set it up and everything, but it's fairly easy. All you have to do is type in pretty much your name and all that stuff. But something you also have to do is you also have to verify your account. So you have to upload your ID, and you have to connect your social security number to it, more or less, and all that, to verify that it is you. So you don't want to move a lot of your cryptocurrencies. If you're someone that has, you know, $100,000, $200,000 in cryptocurrencies, you don't want to move those all into Coinbase and keep them on this wallet. This wallet also does not, I don't know if you can activate it, but it does not have the two-factor authentication on it. It does instant payments, so you don't really have the option to stop a payment. If somebody does take your card and tries to steal everything that's in your account, they would necessarily be able to do it. When I was signing up for it, I didn't really see a way that you could turn on the two-factor authentication. It just said that it was not going to be able to be used on the card, and it was just an instant transfer. You can set certain amounts of money that you can spend within a day. So if you're somebody that's just going to be using this maybe as like a backup funds, like if you run out of gas or something like that, maybe $50 set is like your limit for the day. So if somebody does get a hold of this card, you'd have time to disconnect it from your Coinbase account and everything, and potentially all they get was maybe $50 or $100, depending on how many days it took you to disconnect it. But this is definitely something that's interesting if you are somebody who is just getting into cryptocurrencies now and you kind of want to spend your profits. If you're not really in this for the long term, or if you know you're just buying small things with your cryptocurrencies, like, you know, maybe a coffee, or you're going out and buying some French fries or a hamburger or something like that. But you always want to take into account that $5 today could multiply, you know, a lot of people think Bitcoin is going to go to $100,000, including myself, within the next 2 years. So from the point it's at now to $100,000, what's it at? I think it's at like $15,000. So that's like a 7 times gain, 6 times gain. So potentially you're paying $4 or $5 for a burger. You got to multiply that by 6 or 7, which potentially Bitcoin could be. You might be paying $30 for a hamburger, $15 for some French fries in the long term. Now, at the moment, if you're happy with just pulling out your profits, because cryptocurrencies are extremely volatile, you've noticed that over the past week alone. So, you know, maybe not buying that $5 hamburger now, your portfolio drops $15 later, and, you know, you could have taken out your profits and bought a $5 hamburger or something in the long run. But then, you know, if they shoot back up and go to $100,000, then that hamburger did cost $30. But it depends how you want to play it. If you want to pull out small profits, that's probably what I'm just going to do. I'm going to keep this card just on the side, something cool to have. And I'm going to definitely be making a video as soon as I get this card. I did not manage to get the card through until I think it was like Friday. You had the whole holiday weekend going on, so I don't think I'm going to be getting my card for at least another week. But it might surprise me. It might show up this week, but who knows? If you guys want to take advantage of this whole situation where you can spend your cryptocurrencies on just everyday goods, you know, as you hear a lot of people say that you can't spend Bitcoin on anything because Bitcoin is really worthless. You know, the Shift company kind of, they are a middleman, so you're not really giving a Bitcoin to the retailer and they're giving you a product. You're using Shift as a middleman, but if Shift didn't believe in cryptocurrencies, or somebody didn't believe in either one of these currencies or, assets in the long term, they wouldn't be doing this. They're not going to take something that means nothing and give you something that has actual value for no reason. So, if someone's willing to do this, there's value in this market to somebody. So I know Square they've been working on integrating Bitcoin payments into their systems. I know there's a few other cards. If you are interested in cryptocurrency cards, there's the Monaco Gold card, there is the 10x Pay card, there is, I can't even remember all the cards. I think there's about like 4 or 5 different cards, and you can sign up for those. And more or less what those are cards where you can spend your cryptocurrencies from, but they do have some restrictions on the areas where you can sign up for them in. So I think my area is actually restricted on a lot of those, so I was having trouble. And I think the 10x Pay cards are very limited. They were actually only limited to like ICO participants or people that participated very early in the whole project. So a lot of those are very limited in general, but these Shift cards, you can be just anybody signing up for them. And it's very cool. It's a cool way for you to potentially go out and spread the word of what a cryptocurrency is. When you hand the cashier or whatever a card that says Shift on it, it's not a MasterCard. It still says Visa, but it's not like a MasterCard Black card or something like that. Like, they've probably never seen a card that says this before. And when they scan it, they might be going, what is this? Is this an EBT card or what? And maybe they'll go home and look it up, and they'll introduce themselves into this whole ever-growing world of cryptocurrencies. So everything, could potentially have a cause and effect in this world. I know if I saw this card, if I was somebody that was on the receiving end of it, I would definitely go look up what this card was, because I would have so much interest in what I just got paid in. But, that's just me. A lot of people don't have that kind of outgoing interest in the world. But for the most part, guys, I'm going to leave you guys with this. If you do want to take advantage of signing up for a card that can transfer your cryptocurrencies into fiat cash, you can spend it instantly. Shiftpayments.com/card is the place where you're going to want to sign up. I know there are a few other places where you can sign up for cards. You always want to make sure that the card does work in the location that you are in, and that there are no restrictions for anything like that. I will post a link for the Shift card down below if you guys want to sign up for it. This is an affiliate link or anything like that. I'm not making any money off of anything that you guys sign up for here. It's just, if you want to sign up for the link, you could simply even just go to Google and type in Shift card if you don't want to click on the link I'm giving you guys. But other than that, hopefully I'm back tomorrow. I've got a few ICOs that I'm actually really looking forward to making some reviews for. I'm looking through them a few more times to really get a solid grasp of them. If you've been paying attention to my Telegram channel or my Instagram channel, I've really kind of just gotten back into my Instagram, El Chaperone. If you want to follow me on Instagram, L_Chaperone. But if you follow me on any of those, my Instagram or my Telegram or something like that, I've been talking about a couple upcoming ICOs, and that's kind of like a little bit of a hint of the ICOs that I'm going to be potentially talking about in this upcoming week or so. So if you guys also have any ICOs you want me to look at, or that you're interested in, you've heard any bit of a hype about coming up or something like that, send me an email. My email is below in the information. If you guys want to stay up to date on everything I'm doing, subscribe to my channel, like this video. I'm going to be doing another Ledger Nano S giveaway. I'm not sure how I'm going to be doing it, if I'm going to be doing it through potentially an Instagram, or not an maybe an Instagram liked picture, or maybe a Twitter. Maybe I'll tweet something. You have to retweet it to qualify. I'm not too sure, but if you guys want to take advantage of that, just subscribe to my channel, and I'll definitely release that information in a video before I release it anywhere else, more or less, and you will be the first ones to know. So if you want to take advantage of that and potentially cryptocurrencies I'm giving away in the future, just follow me, subscribe, and I'll be back tomorrow. And enjoy until then, guys. I'll see ya.